What's going on, YouTube? Just got done writing my rough draft for class. I thought I'd read it, see if there's any inconsistencies or stuff like that. It's entitled Betsy Devos and the Wrong Way to Fix Schools. In Betsy Devos and the Wrong Way to Fix Schools by Douglas N. Harris, Harris argues that DeVos's stand on education is flawed. DeVos is a big advocate of charter and private schools, believing that the public fund should be moved to private and charter schools. Harris argues against DeVos by explaining how her methods do not work, such as her involvement in the state overhaul of Michigan schools, resulting in a drop of academic progress in Detroit. The author compares this method of overhaul to New Orleans, where most of the schools are chartered and the government oversees progress. Before Betsy DeVos was running for Secretary of Education, she was a Republican Party chairwoman in Michigan and chair of the pro-school choice advocacy group. She was a firm believer in the idea to privatize public education by passing laws that makes the public fund pay for private school tuition. She was also a force behind the increase in charter schools, which she believed would yield better test scores. In reality, charter schools' test scores were below the state average and almost as bad as the public schools she disliked so much. The author points to New Orleans and their style of schooling as the style DeVos was going for. In New Orleans, almost every school is charter and is overseen by the government. Within the last few years, New Orleans test scores have risen 8 to 15 percentile points. High school graduation rates have increased, as well as college entry rates, and expulsion and suspension have decreased. As it stands, the author does not approve of DeVos's plans, nor does he think good will come from her involvement in such an important job. Betsy DeVos is a woman who allows her ideology to override evidence, hoping to make American schools great like New Orleans. She has the exact opposite. Hoping to make American schools great like New Orleans, she has the exact opposite. That don't sound right. I'm gonna change that. Okay. Realizing the government's stand on schools, quote, even if she is confirmed, the low level of federal funding devoted to education will limit the new administration's ability to pursue these policies, end quote, stated by the author. Overall, DeVos has trouble separating her ideas from the evidence, causing problems in her line of work. Detroit is a great example of a project gone wrong. DeVos is not suited to be a U.S. Secretary of Education. Thanks.